In my native town of Salem, at the head of what half a century ago, in the days of old King Derby, was a bustling wharf, but which is now burdened with decayed wooden warehouses and exhibits few or no symptoms of commercial life, except perhaps a bark or brig discharging hides, or a Nova Scotia schooner pitching out her cargo of firewood. Here, at the head of this dilapidated wharf, with a view from its front windows adown this not very enlivening prospect, and thence across the harbor, stands a spacious edifice of brick. So wrote Nathaniel Hawthorne of Salem's Custom House in 1850. The Custom House was built in 1818. It is where taxes on goods entering the port were assessed. For a few years, in the early 19th century, nearly 10% of the entire revenue of the United States government came through Salem's port. By Hawthorne's time, traffic in exotic, expensive luxury goods like porcelain and silk had moved to Boston and New York. Salem's trade was mainly unromantic raw materials for the factories in the area, which had a lower tax than goods from China. Nathaniel Hawthorne will be forever linked to the Custom House. He worked there between 1847 and 1849 as the chief surveyor. Appointed by James K. Polk with assistance from Hawthorne's college friend, President Franklin Pierce. With the next president, Hawthorne lost his job. This misfortune, however, allowed him time to write the Scarlet Letter, which gained him fame and fortune. The introduction to the novel is set specifically in the Custom House and describes the building inside and out, as well as his fellow employees, not always to their best advantage. On taking charge of my department, I found few but old men, 2 or 3 of their number, as I was assured, being gouty and rheumatic, or perhaps bedridden, never dreamed of making their appearance at the Custom House during a large part of the year, but, after a torpid winter, would creep out into the sunshine of May or June, go lazily about what they term duty, and, at their own leisure and convenience, betake themselves to bed again. They spent a good deal of time also, asleep in their accustomed corners, with their chairs tilted back against the wall, awakening, however, once or twice in a forenoon, to bore one another with the several thousandth repetition of old sea stories and mouldy jokes that had grown to be passwords and countersigns among them. According to the received code in these matters, it would have been nothing short of duty in a politician to bring every one of those white heads under the axe of the guillotine.